I was at a gas station and this guy came up to me and he was like, "Hey girl, what's your number?" And I was like, "Boy, please." And then he wrote his number down on like a $20 bill. So, he was like, I was like, oh, okay, like this is it, try and make it seem like he was, I guess, balling. And so we start hanging out. I can remember I was about 15 or 16. And he took care of me, would buy me food, buy me clothes, spend money on me. It was just a good dude. And we just had a good time. He made me laugh. And I really don't honestly remember the first time that he put his hands on me. He would have like these little mean streaks, but it was nothing that I couldn't deal with, because I grew up in foster care and I had like six other foster brothers, boys. I was the only girl, so I can handle dudes, like, what I'm saying, it's nothing. I can remember we would tussle, but I would fight back. We was just teenagers, just, playing around. And then eventually, I guess it got serious, and then it started to become abusive, where it was that controlling abusiveness. We were living a life of crime at one point. So, he was dealing drugs, but it wasn't nothing major. And I actually caught my first charge because of him. Back in the day, they had crack rentals. He came to my house to pick me up, and he was like, you want to ride? And I was like, yeah, of course. It was dark, and the police came behind us. I stopped because I didn't think anything was wrong. We had the keys to the car. He said he had permission to have it, but I didn't have no headlights on. So I'm 17 driving. I didn't have no headlights on. So I went to jail. I took that charge for him, and I told the police that it wasn't me. He just pulled up with this car. But little did I know that it would follow me for the rest of my life. I came back home, and I actually found out I was pregnant. So I found out I was pregnant when I was in jail. I stayed in jail for 3 days. I thought, maybe that, we found out I was pregnant, that things would get better. He wouldn't hit me anymore. And when I would threaten to leave him, he would actually try and threaten to commit suicide. I can remember one day we were at his aunt's house. Yes, and I had a ride coming to get me. And we go downstairs and he hanging from a belt from a doorknob. And I'm like, are you serious? And so my heart is like, no, I can't leave, It makes it so difficult because you don't want somebody to hurt themselves because you hurt them. This is what you're thinking as domestic violence victim, I suppose. I was a teenager. I didn't know any better.